My name is Aaron Matthews, and I am here with my co-host, Chicken McGee. Chicken McGee, are you ready to fly? Let's try this. You ready, Chicken? In 1, 2, 3. We hope you enjoyed the show, everyone. Now, before we start the show here today, we need to go over 2 important rules that you need to follow when watching a magic show. The first important rule is to never, ever, ever trust a magician. That's right, don't trust magicians. Don't trust me. For example, if I told you I brought with me today an empty box, would you believe me? If I told you there was no bunny rabbits or decks of cards or trapdoors or mirrors or anything like that inside, you believe me, right? Right? Wrong. Never trust a magician. We always lie. Now, the second most important rule of a magic show is to always watch the magician's hands. Now, magicians are trained for thousands of years on something called sleight of hand. So we learn it at Hogwarts. And sleight of hand is when you make things look like they're moving around in your hands when the audience thinks nothing is happening at all. So in reality, the audience thinks something's in this hand. But for the magician, it's already over here. And I'm going to show you exactly what sleight of hand looks like. All you got to do are follow these few cards. Now I have 5 blank blue cards. Keep your eyes on those cards. All I'm going to do is put them into my other hand. And I'm going to ask you a question. What card is on the bottom? What card is it? If you said the Ace of Diamonds, you'd be 100% correct. But that's really easy for me to switch. I switched the Ace of Diamonds in right away. But what was a lot harder for me to switch was all the other cards. Because now I'm not holding 5 blank cards, I'm actually holding a royal flush. And if you didn't see that, you probably didn't see that they're no longer blue, but they're actually royal red. And that is why you always got to keep your eyes on a magician's hands. Now I think it's time to get you all involved in the show, because my whole life, magical things always seem to happen to me and the people around me, even if it is through a screen. So I'm going to need everyone's help right now. Now I brought with me a magician's hat, and I'm going to pull something out of the hat, and it's going to appear in everyone's home. Now, once I pull something out of this magician's hat, you all need to stand up and run your fastest to find it. Run safely. Now, I'll give you a hint of what I'm going to take out of the hat. It's white and fluffy. Yell out what you think it is. It's not a bunny. It's white, fluffy, and very cute. Not a bunny. It is. Any guesses? Toilet paper! It's a roll of toilet paper. That's what I'm going to take out of the hat. A very cute roll of toilet paper. Now, what all of you need to do is stand up in your homes right now, run and find toilet paper. And we're going to try something very cool. All you need to do is rip off about like 4 squares. You're going to take those 4 squares and rip them up. So hopefully right now all of you are coming back to the screens and you're finding your roll of toilet paper and you're ripping off a few squares. I can even add one more. You're going to make them into a little ball. Now what I'm going to do is very weird, but I need you all to help. On the count of 3, I need everyone to throw their toilet paper as hard as they can right at the screen. Not the roll of toilet paper, that's very important. The few pieces that you crumbled into a little ball. That's what you're going to throw at the screen. Are all of you ready? Now I'm going to put the toilet paper in my mouth. And hopefully I can catch all of your toilet papers from the 10,000 screens watching live right now. Is everyone ready? Let's try this. much. And that is how I saved about $1,000 on toilet paper over the last year and a half. I'll save some for all of you too. Free toilet paper! It's a sock, smelly sock. We're gonna do some magic today with smelly socks. Now I'm gonna need all of you at home to help me out once again, because we're gonna play a game together. All you need to do is take one of your smelly socks, and we're gonna see if we can build a high tower off a sock. We're gonna play a balancing game. Now, about a year and a half ago, when I was stuck here at home with my family, we started to have a family game night. And the first competition we had was a balancing contest to see who could build the highest tower. So I just got a bunch of things to magically appear on our table over here. And I try this with different objects each time. Looks like I'm going to be trying to build a tower with my toothbrush this time. But we're going to see if I can take these random objects on the table and build the highest tower. All you got to do at home is build the tower along with me and see if yours can get even higher. Let's give it a try. Puppet Aaron, you ready? Human Aaron, ready. Let's do this. That is how I won my family game night. I want to share with you all the story of how I fell in love with just a few playing cards. It all started back when I was 12 years old, working with my grandparents at a fair called the CNE here in Toronto. Now, every summer when I was younger, I used to work at their candy trailer. And I remember one day, these 5 scammers who were famous across the fair circuit for running games that no one could win. They were impossible. They would just take your money. But they came over to my grandparents' candy trailer and they told my poor old grandma, "You promised us the previous year, last year, that you would give us some cotton candy next time we saw you." Of course, it was a lie. My grandma was a sweetheart and she gave them the cotton candy anyway. But then my grandpa pulled out 3 cards and thought he'd get one scam of them of his own. So he actually won, with just his 3 cards, $100 off these 5 carnival workers. And I spent the last 15 years trying to get half as good as he was with cards. Now, the game he played was something called the 3-card Monty. That's when you take 2 black cards and 1 red card, you turn them upside down and you mix them around, and you have to follow where the red card is. And I'm going to play that game with all of you here today. To do that, we need 3 cards. We have 1, 2, 3 cards. Now I'm going to do this as slow as possible so all of you can see. All you have to do is follow the red card. Now I want everyone to take their index finger, their pointer finger, and keep it on that red card at all times. Remember, follow the red card. You want to ignore the 2 black cards. Now we'll start off just with 2 cards to make it easy. Everyone keep your finger on that red card. Now I'm going to flip it over just like that. Now I bet a lot of you think that that's the red card, but really my grandpa would actually keep it in his hand over here. And that's how he'd win his first, check it out, $20 bill. Just like that. Now I'm going to show you how he won 40. Next, you take that red card and you cover it up with one of the black cards, just like this. And all he would have to do is snap his fingers. And just like that, the card would switch out for 2 4s. That's 1, 2 4s. And on the table over here, where everyone has been watching, he'd actually leave the red card. And that's how he won. Not just 20, but $40. Now I'm going to show you how he won 60. Next, he would take the queen. All he would do is put it in his pocket for just a second. And he'd ask, "Where's the queen?" Of course, some people would think he switched it out. And he did. And he'd actually reveal a 4. But what people would never be able to guess and never figure out is how he got the red card back to the table. Check it out. Just like that. And we have the red card right back on the table with the other 4. And that is not just 40, but $60. Now at this point, everyone would be watching very closely. Mo's not even wanting to bet, so he would actually keep the 2 4s face up this time. Go just like that, put the 3 cards out so you could see the 2 4s, you could see the face down queen, and all he would do is snap his fingers and the cards would already be switched out. Did you see that, Puppet Aaron? I know. It's crazy. Where the queen was a second ago is now a 3rd. 4. I'll tell you why. And I told you at the beginning of the show, never trust a magician. My grandpa was a liar. He actually had a secret extra 4th card in his pocket. Now, just for all of you at home, I want to see who out there trusts me. So we're going to play a little game, not for money right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the queen down on the table, the red card. I'm going to put it down on the table and then ask you all the question. Everyone keep your eyes on the card. You ready? Queen goes down on the table. Here's your question. Where is the red card? I see half of you don't trust me at home right now. Some of you are saying my hand, but I wasn't lying before. See, that really is the 4. We don't need that extra card. I'm not a cheater like my grandpa. Okay, maybe I am a little bit. But it really is here on the table. I wasn't even trying to trick you. I was trying to make it easy. But we'll play it one last time. We have right now $60. I think that last one was deserving of $80. We got to play for the 100 right now. So what we're going to do is play one last time. Now, you've been trying to follow the red card this whole time. Instead, we're going to switch it up, all right? We'll take the red card. We'll put it upside down. And all you have to do at home right now is tell me where one of the 2 black cards are. Now, if you said under my hand, you'd be. Another little rub. Just like that, we have 1, 2 red cards. Over here on the table, we have another red card, and that is a $100 Monty. Yeah! You're all amazing! Let's keep on having some fun. Caroline! This is Caroline. Everyone at home say, hi, Caroline. Now, Caroline and I have been working on a whole lot of new magic over the last year and a half. But I give her something every single day. Headaches. A whole lot of headaches. Caroline actually bought to show me, because I'm not very good with words, to show me how many headaches I give her a day. She bought a whole bunch of spikes. Each one of these represents a headache. I don't mean to, but I can't understand why I do it. So Caroline put a little magic trick together so I could finally understand what it's like to give her a headache. Check this out. And make some noise for Caroline! Oh, we're gonna need a new blindfold. You know what they say, the best way to get rid of a headache is to remove the head entirely. Snap and it disappears! Thank you, Caroline. Now I just want to stop for one moment and thank each and every one of you for joining us here today. This is the Summer at Home Performance Series for the town of Ajax, and I am so happy to be a part of it. More than just me, so is Puppet Aaron. He's been awake for like a month getting ready for this show. In fact, I don't think I ever even seen him blink once. He has been getting ready to give all of you a great show today. Isn't that right, Puppet Aaron? Yes, it is! I can't wait! Me too, Puppet Aaron. This is so exciting! Wow, I can't believe I'm this excited! I'm so excited! I'm so excited! Woohoo! Yay! It's amazing! He just talks! And what's that? You want to say something too, Chicken McGee? Amazing, Chicken McGee! Wow! Now it's time for more magic! What's really special about doing this show here today is I'm actually in the exact same place where I started performing magic when I was 12 years old. My parents' living room. Now, my dad is actually a clown. I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, hey, my dad's a clown too. But no, my dad's like a real professional clown, like a beep beep clown. They actually have balloons all over the house. I don't even know where this balloon came from, but that's the problem when your dad's a clown. He taught me how to make balloons and eat cotton candy for breakfast. Actually, I can show you all something really cool with the balloon here today. Now, it's been about 1.5 years since I tried to blow up a balloon, so I forgot. But I actually came up with a way to make balloon animals without actually having to blow up a balloon at all. Check this out. And just like that, we got our very own little balloon doggy. Balloon dog. Balloon doggy for lunch. Don't try that at home. Don't eat your dogs, real or balloon. Only hot dogs. Only dogs you're allowed to eat. Now, I want to share with you, since we're here at the first place I ever performed, the very first magic trick I ever performed. Do all of you want to see it? The first trick ever. Everyone hold up one finger and say, first trick ever. I actually have my window open right now. I can hear a whole bunch of you screaming from all around the world. Now, since it's a special show today, I brought the very first magic show box I ever built. Now, I made this out of cardboard, and this is actually where I used to keep all of my magic tricks. Not only did I bring that, I even brought the very first suit I ever performed in. Everyone at home say, "Aww." And as promised, I brought my very first magic trick ever. To do that, I need a few things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. They look big because I had small hands. I put one of those cards up in the air and I dropped it inside the box. For my first trick ever, I snapped my fingers and in my hands I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Everyone was so amazed, they jumped out of their seats at home, threw their hands in the air and screamed, yeah! Okay, I see a whole lot of you not throwing your hands in the air and screaming. That is okay. I did something bad. I lied. Everyone say boo. Because I wasn't actually 12 years old when I did my first show ever. I was actually 6 years old. I made my own little magic show box out of cardboard, and I brought special for all of you today the very first suit I ever wore. Everyone say, "Aww." And I brought my first trick ever. To do that, I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. They look big because I had small hands. Yeah. I put one of those cards up in the air and I dropped it inside the box. I put 2 of the cards up in the air and I dropped it inside the box. What happened next was amazing. I snapped my fingers and in my hands I still had, count it out with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Everyone was so amazed they jumped out of their seats at home, threw their hands in the air and screamed, yeah! Okay, that was about a 23% improvement. Some time to get some energy issues. That is okay, because I did something bad again. I lied. Everyone say double boo! Because I wasn't 12 or 6 years old when I did my first magic show ever. I was actually 2 years old. I was inside my parents' living room, and I even brought the very first suit I ever wore. Everyone say, "Aww." And I even performed my first trick ever. To do that, I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. They look big because I had small hands. You're all amazing. I put one of those cards up in the air and I dropped it inside the box. 2 of the cards up in the air and into the box. 3 of the cards up in the air and into the box. 4 of the cards up in the air and into the box. 5 of the cards up in the air and inside the box. 6 of the cards up in the air and into the box. 7 of the cards up in the air and into the box. 8 of the cards up in the air and into the box. 9 of the cards up in the air and inside the box. What happened next was amazing. I snapped my fingers and in my hands I still had. Count it out with me at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And as I snapped my fingers, all those cards turned into a bunny rabbit. And everyone threw their hands up in the air and screamed, yeah! You are all amazing. Do you want to see a bunny fly? Amazing, it flew! Now I want to share with you all something else really cool I've been working on here at home. Now hands up in front of your computer screens right now if anyone's ever ordered, or if your parents ever ordered, Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Skip the Dishes over the last year and a half. Now when the pandemic started, I went broke because I ordered so much food. Poutine every day. About 16 poutines before lunch every day. Very unhealthy. So I actually came up with something very cool to make my own food and drinks appear right here in my home using magic. So I want to share that with you today. So I'm going to show you my invention. I call it the Insta Bag. Insta Bag. It's a paper bag. But it can do some pretty cool things. I'm going to move my table back right over here just a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. So all of you can keep your eyes on our Insta Bag. Now this can make any drink in the whole wide world appear as long as it's on one of these cards. Now I'm going to show you all of the different drinks we can make appear here today. And then Puppet Aaron is going to choose one of those drinks to appear in that bag. The first drink we have is Fanta. So we can make a bottle of Fanta up here, or we can make another bottle of Fanta up here, or warm Fanta, or a cold bottle of Fanta, or I guess a room temperature Fanta, or a junior size Fanta. I guess a whole lot of Fanta. All right, Puppet Aaron, your choice. What drink do you want me to make appear today?
I want Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola? No, we can't make Coca-Cola appear. Puppet Aaron, how about something else like Fanta? Does Fanta sound good? Yes, I choose Fanta. Okay, perfect. We're gonna make Fanta appear. Just like that. Yes! Okay, I guess that's not so cool. Okay, Puppet Aaron wanted Fanta. But Puppet Aaron wanted Coca-Cola. I wanted Fanta. Let's try this again. Everyone at home, on the count of 3, scream out Coca-Cola. In 1, 2, 3. Wait. Looks like now we have Coca-Cola. Wait, and more Coca-Cola. A warm bottle of Coca-Cola. We have, that was actually Fanta. That is our Fanta. We're going to keep that out over here because we did have one Fanta. That's Coca-Cola. More Coca-Cola. Even more Coca-Cola. A whole lot. Why is it all Coca-Cola? That's a lot of Coca-Cola. But wait. In the bag was a Fanta. If inside of there was the bottle of Coke, that would be amazing. And it looks like we have our Coca-Cola. I heard one of you. Someone just screamed out at home that there's still the Fanta in the bag. Who still thinks there's Fanta in the bag? Okay, I'll show you this. The bag is completely empty. See, no holes on the bottom, no holes on the back or sides. Fanta's gone. See, you don't really believe me. Look, no, the Fanta really is completely gone. Turned into Coca-Cola, and that is how the Insta Bag works. A little bit of magic. Insta Bag. Yeah. Now, if any of you are wondering what my floor over here looks like, it looks like the snake pit from an Indiana Jones movie. It's covered in wires and cords, basically all over. Now, when I started doing shows virtually through the computer screen, I used to always accidentally unplug all the cords. and the music would always stop working. So what I want to show you is how I figured out how to make a mistake turn magical. Now whenever I mess with the chords, something really cool happens. I'm going to get a little bit of music going, and I'll show you what I mean.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to
Move it!
move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Ba-ba! Still works! Now I'm going to teach you how I figured out how to fix the mistake. You take the two ends of the chords, just like that. That's one, and that's two. You give it a little twist. That's one twist. You give it a second twist, and a third. Just like tying shoelaces, you bite one of the ends of the chords. You give it a tug. And just like that, you can take your music with you wherever you go. And it still works. Now on the count of three, I want all of you to stand up at home. I want you to jump up so high you touch your roof. And to stomp down so loud they hear us in Australia. Everyone stand up. Hit 1, 2, 3, and jump.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
I hope all of you had some fun here today. My name is Aaron Matthews. Over here, I'm with the amazing Puppet Aaron. And we had a blast with all of you, all of our friends in the town of Ajax. One more time, a big, huge thank you for joining us here today on Facebook Live. I love you all and have an amazing rest of your evening. Bye, everybody.